Hi, my name is Tyler Kiefer at JTech, and today what we're doing is a valve grinding, and we're going to first of all discuss the purpose of the head and the purpose of the valve. Here you have the head, okay, and the purpose of the head is to let air in to the motor, okay, and then you have the valve here, which is, this right here is the exhaust valve, okay, let me get this one. Okay, you have two different sizes. You have this one is the intake valve, and this one is the exhaust valve, and you can see the two different sizes. Now with the valve assembly, you have the valve, you have the spring, then you have the retainer clip thing, and then you have the little retainers. Now in order how it goes is that you got the valve, you have the spring, which will sit about this high, then you have the plate here, goes on top of the spring, and then you have the retainer, which like goes right there, which is held in place by this with the tension of the spring going up. To how to take the spring off is you have to have a spring compressor hooked onto the coil and up here. Press it downwards until you just a little bit till you see the keeper. Then you pull the keeper out, and then you slowly let it go, and that's how you take the valve out. And now to do a valve leak test is you have both valves in, you fill this area up with water, and then you take either side, you take high pressure air and force the air in here into the port. And when you see bubbles come out the side right here, that means you have a leak. If you see no bubbles, this is seating properly. Okay, now the next step is to lap the valves by grinding the outer edge of the valve. Okay, now what we're about to do is the valve seating. Now here we have the valve grinding compound along with the stick that you would be using. Now how to do the valve seating is, see, first of all you got all this black stuff on the valve, so what you want to do is you want to grind that off real quick, and I'll show you how to do that. Now this is what the tricky part. Now with the valve, you have the compound. When you put the compound, you want to put it on the edge of the valve right here, and I'll show you. Put that down right there. So I got a little bit of compound. We'll put it right here. Dab it right on the edge, just like that. Now we're going to seat the valve. So what you can do, you see I have the compound over it. Just put your valve inside of the hole, push it down. Now, you want to take this and stick it, suction it to it, and you want to rub back and forth just like this, real fast. And you want to lift it up, get a different position, and you just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Alright, as you see I grinded all of them. So you should be able to turn them with your hands. That was as well. But yeah, you see you can turn it with your hands. So that's how you. So what you do it on all of them. You stick the stick and you twist it back and forth real fast. That's how you do the grinding. So after you do that, you stick the valves in there. You put the valves back together, and then you do the leak test. You shoot air, lots of air up in here, and make sure if it's seated well. If you did that and it has no bubbles coming out, then that means you seated the valve well, and it's very seat and it's sealed up tight. So now the next step, after you seated the valves, all of them, next step is what you want to do is turn it over and then put your valves back together. So this is how it goes. See, you got your valve stem, and you got the spring, and then you would have the retainer washer. Then you have the retainer that goes in, fits inside of here, just like that, up in here. Now, how to do that is you have to have a spring compressor to press this spring always down until you get past the lip where you can put the valves in, the valve keepers in, I'm sorry. Once you do that, you slowly uncompress it and your valve should stay in. And so that's how you do the valve seating and grinding. And my name is Tyler Kiefer, and thank you for watching.